Here we have the current stock market update for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, this is the 4-hour price chart. Each candle on this price chart represents a 4-hour trading period. And what we're starting to see finally here is that we're starting to see some evidence of a rollover here in share prices. So now that there's been a lot of hype directed at this stock, a lot of attention based on this recent inclusion for the company in the S&P 500, it's possible here that we are starting to see the stock come back to reality a bit here, and gravity start to take over, because we were starting to see some fairly extreme movements higher here, in a very short period of time. So in this video, we're going to be looking at some important price levels, some key support and resistance zones, so that hopefully traders can identify profitable trading strategies for this stock going forward. So as we can see here, the most recent movement higher has now sent prices above $37 per share. 37.04 is the current price high. And now that we've reached into this level, we're starting to see some red candles that are starting to form. So if we just look at the candles themselves for a moment, we can see that for the most part, trading activity here has been largely characterized by bullish trading timeframes here. So more recently, we have started to see these last two bearish candles start to develop. And as we can see, there really aren't many other examples of bearish candles within this trend movement higher. So, that on its own is a bit of a red flag. I mean, anytime you see share prices moving in one direction exclusively, there really needs to be a strong reason supporting that. And in my view, this simple inclusion in the S&P 500, while it is good news, it is sort of, it's going to put the company on the radar a bit more for people. But this doesn't really change any of the underlying fundamentals. It doesn't change the forward PE problem that this stock has. It actually only made that problem worse. So, I have been recommending to not trade this price movement higher. I think that it's very easy to get caught at upper levels in a trade like this. Most of the YouTubers that are trying to cover the stock at the moment, are saying that this stock is, going to, $300, $500. I've seen over $1,300. So at some point this starts to get ridiculous. I mean, Palantir is a great company and everything, but at some point this starts to reach the level of absurdity. And I think that we're getting there at the moment. And as we can see, the market is starting to come back to reality a bit, and we're starting to see some selling pressure and some profit taking in the stock currently. So, overall, we need to look at this price chart to figure out what would it take in order for the bias to actually change, in order for the bullish bias to actually change here. So, the levels that I would be watching at the moment really do come in right around 33.30. That would be just above this prior price high, which was posted previously. This would have occurred during the August 22 trading session, this 33.13 price high. But currently, I would suggest that the true support level has actually developed a bit north of there, because what we're seeing here is a current price low from the September 11 trading session that does come in slightly above this area, and then in addition to that, we have a 23.6% Fibonacci zone, which does sort of unfold right around 33.30. So at the moment, I would prefer to watch those areas instead, rather than this prior price high. There's just a bit more confluence of events trading a bit higher from here. And as we can see currently, there is also starting to be some moving average activity that will be heading into this area relatively soon. If we do start to see share price movements to the downside, we're still going to be seeing upward movements in this orange line here, which is the 50-period exponential moving average. So quite soon, this will be heading into this 30-30 area. So, 33.30, I should say. Very soon, we're going to be heading into this 33.30 area with the 50-period exponential moving average. So that will further solidify this area as an important region of support for the stock going forward. I would expect to see some buying activity there, at least from a shorter term perspective. People are hyped up on this stock right now. There's a lot of enthusiasm near term. But at some point, this is this is going to start to set in. The S&P 500 news is going to become old news. I mean, it really should have been old news anyway. I mean, this really wasn't a major surprise that this event was coming. So there's no real reason for the share price itself to be moving higher like this. Buying in at those upper levels like that is a complete recipe for disaster. And the YouTubers that have been, calling for, buy entries in this region have no idea what they're doing. They should not be talking about stocks at all. They should go be playing around on TikTok or something like that, because this is not the right time to be buying the stock. This is the time to possibly be taking profits, because what we're likely to see here, is a bit of a, the stock is going to come back to earth a little bit at this point. We should be seeing lower trading prices and better potential for buy entries. You buy low and you sell high, obviously. You don't wait for an old news event to occur, and then buy in at upper levels. I mean, that's completely ridiculous. So overall, the current price level that I would be watching to the downside first comes in at $33.30. From there, I would also be looking at roughly $31 per share, because this is the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of this major ascending move higher. And then we're also going to have this 100 period exponential moving average heading into this zone quite quickly. That would be this purple rising line here. And as we can see here, it's very close to coming into contact with this sideways orange zone here. So once we start to see that confluence of events, that will solidify this area as a very important support zone to the downside. And it would be the initial target if we did see 33.30 price levels start to break. So if that area, if we did see a decline there, some profit taking, possibly even some short selling. I mean, I wouldn't discount that possibility either. A lot of the weak money is getting into this stock right now, and that puts the sharks in the water. They start to smell blood at that point, and people that are, on the short side of the market, could start to look at this stock as a selling opportunity. And that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the underlying company. It just means that there's a lot of dumb money entering the market at these upper levels. And that's blood in the water if you're a short seller. So here's the current stock market update for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.